Hello there, my friends. It's January 4th, 2017, and it's time for today's big story. If you haven't noticed, there are some retailers in Europe that are opening up Switch pre-orders already. We don't know the release date, and we don't know the price, and we don't know if there's going to be bundles, but that hasn't stopped some retailers from opening pre-orders in Europe. There's pre-orders at places like GameStop and a couple other retailers, but you can pre-order in Italy and Germany and Sweden and some other places too, but you're just guessing. It's just like, oh sure, I'll pay part of your ridiculous pre-order price that may not be right and flop down cash for a system that I don't know if there's going to be a bundle or not, or what's included in the box. But you know, everybody's excited. I'm not gonna fault people for being excited about it. But what about the situation in North America or United States specifically? What about pre-orders at GameStop here? Well, from our same source that gave us the heads up on the advertising of the Switch at GameStop, we now have some minor details on pre-orders for Switch in the United States. So there was a rumor floating around that pre-orders for the Switch would open at GameStop in the United States on January 13th, which would be the day after the Switch presentation. My source says that is correct, but that's in-store, obviously. So what about online pre-orders? When do they go live? Well, according to our source, the pre-orders for online will open up shortly after the presentation that Nintendo puts on. So Nintendo's doing the Switch presentation, which airs 11 p.m. East Coast time on the 12th. And then we don't know how long that presentation is going to be. We've heard anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. But when that's over, shortly thereafter, pre-orders will go live on GameStop's website. So be ready with the refresh button, and you can follow us on Twitter. I'll let everybody know as soon as they go live. But yeah, you just got to be ready to have your credit card information ready and be hitting up GameStop as much as you can. Now here's the really interesting part, and this isn't as confirmed because my source wasn't sure. They were going on past experiences, but it should seem very likely based on the information when pre-orders are opening. So apparently GameStop will learn of all this information prior to the Switch event, which makes perfect sense because they're the retailer, so they need to know things early. They certainly know things now that we don't know, but the final details on price and release date, GameStop's going to be privy to just a bit earlier than everybody else, so they can, you know, get the pre-order pages up to date and get the information on them that needs to be there. So that information is usually disseminated to GameStop the day before something like the Switch presentation. So we could find out price and release date of the Switch on the 11th or earlier on the 12th before the presentation actually happens. Our source is going to keep us updated. If they get the information, they're going to give it to us, and I will certainly get it out to you. So we could find out that information on release date and price a full day early or a few hours before the presentation goes live. So cross your fingers. Obviously, once again, I don't have comments from you guys because I'm giving you this information first, so nobody's talking about it. Hopefully, it only helps to raise your excitement in the Switch and get you ready for next week because it is going to be a big week. It's one of the biggest weeks for Nintendo fans in quite some time, so I know I'm excited. I hope you are too. And we'll be here to cover whatever comes out from that event. And hopefully we'll get you that information a little earlier than the event. Like I said, fingers crossed. But for today, that's today's big story for January 4th, 2017. Thanks for watching, joining, liking, subscribing, sharing, all that good stuff. I greatly appreciate it. We will be back here tomorrow with whatever tomorrow's big story is. And until then, have a lovely day or night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, RMC here from Go Nintendo. If you like what you saw in the video, why don't you give us a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe? We'd love to have you. If you want to see what else we're up to, you can check out GoNintendo.com for 24-hour Nintendo news. You can visit us on Facebook at Facebook.com/GoNintendo. You can check us out on Twitter at Twitter.com/GoNintendoTweet. And we're even over on Instagram at Instagram.com/GoNintendo. I put all the links in the description just to make it easier for you guys to follow. Thanks a lot.